First, thank you so much for making time for me, man. As we speak, one of the biggest and most important music weeks are going to be coming up. You're one of the guys who helped find one of the founders for this. It's something that's really important on the calendar for Canadian music. For folks who don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's really important because it is a platform and a launching pad for the next superstars from Canada.
Yes, that's the best intro I think I've had, Rudy, so thank you. I agree. We've been working really hard, and this year is looking like to be our best. I know it's cliche, but I really strongly believe this is our best festival yet.
Absolutely believe it, my friend. Look, for folks who don't know anything about what Indie Music Week is about, can you please explain? Because, you know, there are other music festivals that are out there. What is this exactly compared to those, and how is this one different from the others?
Well, as the name suggests, Indie Week, we really do focus on the emerging independent artists. When we launched it years ago, independent music was kind of different. Indie meant, you know, the underdog, the next up-and-coming artist. This is a place that we feel is a great platform to discover the next big thing. See bands in a small venue before they take off. We also have a conference on top of like the music festival part. So for independent artists participating and just attending, it's great information sessions, education, workshops, mentorships, speed meetings, demo listening, all about tech like social media, marketing, streaming, successful launches of your CD, tons of great information packed into 3 days for our conference part of it. The nighttime is artists performing. We have over 200 artists from 18 countries this year, which is crazy. 25 plus venues downtown Toronto. Buy one wristband or pass and you can club hop all week long.
Go back to when you were just talking about how when you guys first initiated this, how has things changed from then to today? And the reason why I ask that is, as you mentioned about just the name for, you know, indie, meaning with indie artists, but I mean just the way artists are trying to get their music out there, which is what's important, and the fact that venues have been slowly closing, so that's even tougher for them to get their music out there. And of course, with radio, if you're not, you know, a certain top 40, it's kind of hard to get on certain radio stations.
Yeah, it's in a ways, it's actually, it's a weird kind of like there's almost no middle ground. It's easier and it's harder. Tech has made it easier. You can get your music out there. You can get it distributed, streaming, a lot of opportunities that didn't exist. Like I was in a band still when I launched Indie Week. I'm not playing anymore, but man, I wish I had the opportunity to distribute music and stream it and promote it. But with that, there's a lot of white noise out there. And that's the big thing is how do you cut through the clutter? Like there's so many releases, so many things. Artists are finding it hard to even get noticed. On the live music front, I think it's really similar where touring artists is where it's at. And I think local artists are actually finding it harder to draw these days. So there's a lot to learn, and I think independent music, it's really, it's its own beast right now. Like when I was playing, it's all record labels and trying to get signed. And now you can be your own record label. So with it, I think there's a lot of business artists who are taking the business side really seriously, and they're being very successful by being super smart at it. So that's what we try to do with our conference is educate artists on how to run their business.
Well, definitely, especially when, and a lot of artists have said, when I've interviewed them, when it comes to releasing music, they don't look at making the money really off of the music. It seems like these days the music is the introduction of the artist, and it's to make their money.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, there's an artist that I used to work with in the UK, And their saying was, we're not going to release a single unless we have a tour, and we're not going to tour unless we have a single.
Wow.
Because they both promote each other. And as an independent artist, they're actually quite successful.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so let's go back again, because you got to explain things, but I want to go back again. Here I am. I'm an independent artist. I go, well, Indie Week, I want to be involved with this. How do I get involved, and what exactly can I get when I'm involved with this?
Okay, well, first, as far as performing, there's an application process that we do throughout the year. I think it closed end of June, early July this year.
So you got to wait till next year?
Got to wait till next year. However, the thing is we often are meeting people and introducing people. Like, the biggest thing, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves, I go to tons of conferences. I just was in Korea. I was in Whitehorse. And, artists are out trying to meet people. And I come to Toronto, and there's so many times where it's like, where's all the artists? Like, I go to some of the other conferences, and it's like the whole industry is in this room, and the best networking is right now, and artists need to be out to participate in it. And that's the big thing, is participate. Go to the networking sessions, go to the mixers, go to the panels, and introduce yourself and start talking to people, because things get easier when you have a big circle of friends and you can pick up a phone and somebody answers and helps you out. So that's one of the things that I cannot say enough to artists, is just go out and participate.
And I'm going to jump in. You kind of mentioned something I think is really important that we should emphasize. I'm going to ask you who are maybe some of the important people or celebrity industry people who are going to be there, because you could even be hanging around a hotel and run into somebody who maybe you could never get a hold of before, and now they're right there standing in front of you, maybe grabbing a coffee or something like that.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Like, for one of the keynotes, I can't say the name yet because we're in talks right now, but was the manager for one of the top artists in the world and raised $1 billion, and wow. They're going to be talking how he did that. CD Baby is coming in as far as showing how to do releases of singles, do a pre-save campaign with Spotify, Canadian Musician Magazine, Actra, Seneca College is doing some education sessions. It's endless. Like we've got more partners this year than we've ever had, and they're the ones doing the education sessions. So
congratulations.
It's really, it's super exciting to see that.
Congratulations on that. So when is this going to be happening, and how do I get information? How do I get my wristband? How do I get to go to the conferences? How does that all work?
Absolutely. So Indie Week is November 13th through 17th. Our launch party is at the Revival on the 13th. It's always one of the best shows of the week. The conference is 14, 15, 16 during the day. It all ends with an awards show on the Sunday on the 17th at the Mod Club, also one of the best parties and events of the week. And everything was online as far as information goes at indieweek.com. Updates are happening basically daily leading up to the festival because we're adding more and more speakers. And tickets, you can go to indieweek.com/tickets or go to showpass.com. That's our ticket outlet. And also find us on Facebook because that's where we're posting updates, because social media, well, it's the easiest way to get the info out there quickly, right?
Absolutely. Look, before we go, it's about the award show. What is the award show?
So every year we've had an awards show where we crowned one artist as Best of the Fest, which is where we get to really push an artist in the media, give them some praise. Last year was a band from Korea called Tris, and we actually took them to Brazil to perform at a sister festival there called Coma Fest. But yeah, we're going to have a video award, Emerging Artist Award, People's Choice Award, and a few others. But it's where, if you want to see the best of the festival, that's the place to be.
So one more time, where do we go to get all the information?
Go to indieweek.com. All the information is online. Tickets is there as well, and you can also get tickets through showpass.com.
Fantastic. My friend, thank you so much for this. Looking forward to it. What a way to start wrapping up 2019. This will definitely be a highlight of the year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend.